My name is Sada Murray. I'm from Christopher. And the war brought me here. I born all my children here. I did everything here. And now, I stay here. And I know that everything will happen here. Until God can call me. It was lively before. Like me. I used to sell. I had 2 tables here. Everything used to be food, clothes. Because that time we were strong. We can do small things. We buy market, we bring it. We add it up. But this time now, it's not easy. Special. I know what kind of year we not get it. The school fee, it's not easy. I mean the school fee and the food. Our children go do something. They finish with someone, finish with college, someone finish with high school, no job. Now someone born in school. Yeah. I really want for my children tomorrow. And for me to learn something, to get money, to make business and take care of me. But no way. No money to support it.
Liberia, a nation rich in culture, music, and tradition. Home to people known for their warmth, resilience, and strong sense of community. Its history is deeply rooted in strength and perseverance, shaped by generations who have worked to rebuild and move the country forward. Yet, one of its greatest ongoing challenges is financial inclusion, where only 5 out of 10 people have access to formal financial services. In markets and rural villages, people rely almost entirely on cash. Cash is inconvenient. It is difficult to move, slow, hard to keep safe, and limiting for businesses and families alike.
You know what we do right now in our country, our purchasing is like going to the store, having the cash in your hand, and be able to buy. And if you do not have the cash, you have to go to the bank and access money before you come to buy. Nobody is taking in the, even when the central government told us that people should purchase with check, more people said they are not interested in the check because they don't trust the system, so they need a cash. When you go to the bank, you find it difficult to get cash. So when you get on the line, sometimes they will tell you the system is down. But if you have a app is working, you need not to go to the bank. You can stay anywhere and do your transaction. That makes it easier for us. So we are like waiting for it to see it happening because we want to make sure it covers our country. And some of the areas that we do business out of the country, we do not have financial institution. So all these things give us difficulty. But once we got the system working today, I think we can make it better. My name is James Trotter. I'm the president of all Liberian businesses called Indigenous Liberian Businesses. Our association was created to be able to work with the Liberian government to create credible indigenous Liberian businesses. We are the bridge between the government and the private sector to make sure bring information to the government, information from our people to the government. We discuss on policy to see what is favorable to the business sector. Moving our cash from one end to another is like we said earlier, is the risks, and so therefore transferring is issues they face. Basically, if some of them do not have a banking account, and so they can't get our money to what they want to go to. Like a reason, we still had a problem with a lady who was going to Freetown to purchase goods, and she had to go to Freetown border to change her money to saloon money. When she went into the country to get the goods, when she went to get the goods, she couldn't get the goods, and when she was coming back again, she had to change her money back to her Liberian currency to be. So it's all difficulty that they face. You see, the small businesses, the informal sector face a lot of challenges with criminals when it comes to carrying cash alone. Sometimes while you're walking with the cash, you can just jack your bag and then you're going out of it. But if your money is still on that platform, nobody's going to take your money because your information is only for you. We really want to get in the digital component because the fact of the matter, taking cash from one end to another is a risk factor. Look at the coins that we have. We cannot utilize the coins because we cannot tow it along with us. But one is into our app or on our mobile phone. It's easy to take away. And when I'm doing business, or even when I'm talking about membership of the Liberian businesses, I want to make them to understand how easy it works because it's just knowing how to apply. So there will be, I know the institutions will be teaching our people how to do the movement of the information on your app. And like what we are doing presently with our certificates, our tax clarity is online. So it's something that everybody learning because once you get a system going, nobody want to leave their house in the morning to go to your office to sit online. People want to sit somewhere and just do the asset. I can save my office and do transaction. I need not to go to Monrovia. I save gasoline. I save risk for driving my car to go to Monrovia. So all these things is a way to help our people. We need to educate our people to know that this is the easier way to do business. So we will be champion the cause for the banking system to understand that this is the way that we can go, and we will be more safer if we take the approach. It is more than a necessity. It's a real thing that we need to see happening for growth to take place in our country.
While digital finance is growing in Liberia, it remains fragmented. Many mobile money services operate in isolation, and consumers can only transact within the same network.
If I go, somebody want to send 200,000 in my phone now, the 200,000 cannot enter my phone. And I am going to realize I got like 200,000. If I wake up to go to any mobile money, that means I have to go to 2 or 3 mobile agents to share my money with them before I go. So they should make a volume in the phone for everybody. What you able to get, what the ants will get, that why you care in the hole. I get my elephant. People want to carry money to the bank. But the banks, when you go to the banks, they say, make you to stand in a long queue. But the process that you people bring in today, we will be happy to hear it. Because you want your money to go and buy market. You will go and stand online, waiting for people. Sometimes when you stand or you reach into the table, then they say the system is down. Yeah. So it kills the spirit of the marketers carrying their money to deposit. But it's also a problem. Because carrying your money home, you don't know who is monitoring you. So we'll be happy if you bring that process by we using the mobile money to keep our money, and we will get it faster than the bank will be too happy. Because it will be okay for the marketers. Come to the market here and help us. We the Pinsway people, and I want to say Pinsway marketers. And we say the governor will come. And you say you want to see the governor. So this is the governor, you hear the masses, you hear your market women. Please come and help us. The market will want it to be up to standard.
Financial access is limited and interoperability is missing. And the unbanked, especially in rural areas, remain underserved. To address these challenges, the Central Bank of Liberia, in partnership with Titsa Works and African Menda, is currently implementing a national inclusive instant payment system, a modern open infrastructure designed to support digital financial inclusion at scale.
This is a transformational project for the country. Within the next 5 years from the launch of this interoperability to achieving the national payment switch, we believe that there will be an economic transformation in this country. There will be the opportunity for creating jobs for the young people, because as we launch the switch and deploy a digital hub for the young people, wherein they can put their skills together and be able to put in critical thinking and be innovative. And that's what we are trying to push, so that the young people, as we build this ecosystem, they can become very innovative, and they can also develop and design products that can be onboarded onto the national switch. And we think that that will help with job creation, and that will help with economic sustainability for the country. Thank you. So my name is Henry F. Samoa. I'm the Executive Governor of the Central Bank of Liberia. I was appointed by the President to steer the affairs of the Central Bank of Liberia since July 31st, 2024, and I fully began operations here on August 1, 2024. So today actually makes me 1 year here as Governor of the Central Bank of Liberia. The pillars of our leadership here has been to digitize the Liberian economy. So that has been our focus. The payment landscape is increasingly becoming very important. And in order for us to be on par with our neighbors, we thought that the way to do that would have been to digitize the economy. So we have embarked on the project to fully deploy a switch that can incorporate all of the market participants, which include the commercial banks, the mobile money operators, and the fintech. So as a first step towards achieving that, we decided on the integration of the mobile money operators as a first step to achieving the deployment of a national electronic switch. And so this is critically important because mobile money has gotten so much acceptability and the usage has grown so much so that we decided to bring together the participants. What we have had in the past is that each of the mobile money operators has been working in silo, meaning that if you are a client of Orange Money, you cannot transact with MTN and vice versa. So we decided that in order to enable our citizenry, we needed to bridge that gap where we could bring the two participants together so that transactions could be performed on both platforms seamlessly. So that's the goal that we are trying to achieve. But much more than that, Liberia is a cash-based economy. And so in order to move development and bring the unbanked into from the formal sector into the formal sector, we needed a platform that can do that for us. And so mobile money has been leading that effort. But because each of them are working in silos, we decided that in order to bridge that gap, the need for interoperability was very, very key. And so we can be able to achieve that. And so once we achieve that, then of course we move on to reducing the cash in the economy. The country is a cash-based economy, and there are several risks associated with that. You have a security risks. Physically handling cash poses a lot of risks and increases vulnerability to theft and to fraud if people are just using cash for their transactions. If you have a digital platform wherein people can transact, then of course it reduces the vulnerability to theft and to fraud. Also, the transaction inefficiencies that we also see with cash transactions makes us really slow and hard, especially for businesses and government agencies in terms of revenue generation, because there are also risks to dealing with physical cash. So we want to improve upon that. And also the limited financial inclusion. We have a goal on our strategic plan to improve financial inclusion. The country has a national strategy for financial inclusion. And we think that the way to achieve that will be to bring all of the informal participants into the formal sector. And through interoperability of the two mobile money companies, we'll be able to move another step towards achieving that while the switch, the national electronic payment switch, is coming on board later on in 2026.
The system is built using an open source software developed to support real-time, interoperable payments between banks, mobile money operators, and fintechs, called Moja Loop.
So for the implementation of the fast payment system, the central bank is riding on the Moja Loop open source switch or technology. And the importance of leveraging the Moja Loop is such that integration is easier. The switch is compatible with whatever payment infrastructure that the DFSPs have. And not just that, but the enabling framework to ensure that the switch is used in a very safe and secure environment, considering issues surrounding dispute resolution, consumer protection, the scheme rules, and all of the regulatory framework that's supposed to facilitate an effective and efficient payment payment system. So it has been a pleasure working with the Moja Loop solution, looking at the ease at which integration happens, whether from the DFSP side or internally in the CBL. So the Moja Loop is providing that service that we look forward to as a country. Because of the challenges that we have faced and continue to face with the issues surrounding with a cash-based economy, the central bank, as part of its national financial inclusion strategy, considered the need to implement a national electronic payment switch. And that switch comprises of the fast payments component. The importance of this project is not just to provide the infrastructure that will ensure that digital payments are used, but the overall impact in facilitating financial inclusion. So we have an ecosystem where we have moved from 32% financial inclusion. We are currently at 52%. However, the usage of digital financial services is still a challenge, mainly because of several factors. Digital financial service providers are not interoperable. Transactions costs, and even access to these different financial services is still a challenge. So the central bank, as a regulator as well as an enabler, has decided to implement the fast payment system. And the importance of this project is to ensure that there's interoperability of all digital financial service providers, whether they are banks, fintech, mobile money operators. The central bank is deploying this infrastructure to ensure that they can all get integrated and provide digital financial services to the Liberian people. And what that is going to achieve is to ensure that they have access to financial services such as credit, insurance, and payments. That is also supposed to increase domestic revenue mobilization. So the benefits of the fast payment systems deployment in Liberia is countless, and we can talk about more. The implementation of the fast payment has several stakeholders. So we have support from Moja Loop itself. We have support from Africa Nenda Foundation. We have support from TASAWorks, the system integrator, the Gates Foundation, as well as the World Bank. And there are different roles that the different stakeholders that I spoke about are playing, but most importantly, this consolidated effort is to ensure that Liberia has a very resilient infrastructure that allows seamless integration of DFSPs and then facilitating financial inclusion and access to finance. And I would like to specifically talk about the role of the system integrator, TASAWorks, in terms of how efficient the support that the central bank has received and continue to receive, ranging from supporting the zero draft of most of the framework that is supposed to enable an efficient and effective system. They've provided most of the zero draft for our review and input, especially looking at the context of our payment ecosystem. So their support has been very much tremendous during this process.
Hi, my name is Nye. I'm CEO of TASAWorks. We are a financial technology company implementing inclusive instant payment systems in Africa. TASAWorks is a financial technology company, and we are a proud member of our Moja Loop Foundation. Moja Loop Foundation is the organization that is maintaining the code base for Moja Loop technology, which is funded by the Gates Foundation. Right? We are very thankful for the opportunity to work with the Moja Loop technology and being part of the Moja Loop Foundation, right, to implement the system in the countries, right, where the interoperability is a really crucial piece of the digital transformation journey, right, for those countries. Moja Loop is becoming the digital public infrastructure for many of those countries that needs this kind of infrastructure to make sure that the financial inclusion can be a successful pillar for their country's development. So TASAWorks is a private company. We are very happy, right, to be a part of the Moja Loop community in implementing these solutions to the countries that needs the interoperable payment systems in their country. So we are visiting Liberia to support the Central Bank of Liberia in implementing the project, talking with the stakeholders, seeing the users on the ground, looking at the challenges firsthand, and also trying to move forward with the project implementation from the system, as well as the other work streams that are necessary to launch the instant payment system in Liberia. So we are the system integrator. So basically what we are responsible for is to deploy a Moja Loop system as the national payment switch for Liberia. We integrate the back-end systems of mobile money operators to the switch, and we make sure that the connection is stable, secure, and that the users from one mobile money operators can send money to the other, using the switch. Moja Loop is a open source interoperable system, right, that allows different kind of financial institutions in Liberia to connect to the switch and transfer money to each other. Using this Moja Loop technology, we are able to bring different kind of financial institutions in Liberia to talk to each other, and the users of those financial institutions to be able to send and receive money from different organizations to the other really cost effectively, securely, and that's what we do. And our role is to make sure that all these system implementations is successful, and that all the financial institutions can talk to each other, right, using our switch in the middle.
In addition to the critical role of TITA Works as the integration and implementation partner, Africa NENDA has also been an important force behind this initiative, with their deep expertise in advancing financial inclusion across the continent.
Africa NENDA Foundation, my role there is to ensure to assist different central banks and national switches in defining instant payment, implementation of instant payment, instant inclusive payment system, and helping on pre-projects and providing technical assistance for central banks that have decided to go with different solutions. So we provide also, I provide technical assistance as well when it comes to project management. We also help them with the scheme rules, define scheme rules for them, help them with their governance, and we also provide, we assist them, those that don't have instant inclusive payment system, we assist them in the implementation of a comprehensive instant inclusive payment system. Liberians have been waiting for a transformational change, and this is part of the strategy of the Central Bank of Liberia and the government of Liberia as large. And this is going to change the mindset of people around the handling of cash, number one. It's also going to create another opportunity for Liberians. For Liberians that want to be able to, that want to venture into fintech, it's going to open opportunities for business people to give them confidence that I am paying, this person is paying from his account to my wallet. I will receive the fund instantly and give service to the customer. So from a business perspective right there, I have actually cut off the fact that I need to keep cash with me. And the lay Liberians, the students especially, students are very key part of these transformational changes. They are very excited about new technology advancement when it comes to the space of technology and financial sector.
Alongside Africa NENDA's vision for inclusion, mobile money providers like Orange are central to this change, connecting millions of people to financial services.
Today, 60% of Liberians use Orange Money in their daily lives. However, there's a challenge of financial literacy and financial inclusion for all Liberians. Going interoperable, led by the Central Bank of Liberia, is going to open up the market, improve communication, drive down the cost of operations. Today, an average customer has to get 2 mobile lines, 2 mobile phones to be able to transact on the 2 major networks in the country. However, when we go interoperable, the system is going to be open. You don't need a second number. you can send money comfortably from your existing number to and across the networks. And when the banks are integrated, you can also send across to the banks. So it's going to drive down costs extensively and improve financial inclusion for Liberia. So this is going to benefit the whole ecosystem, starting with the central bank, all the banks, all our agents, all our subscribers, and the entire Liberian population, including the mass and parts in the marketplace. Liberians, you don't need an MTN line. You can send money from your Orange line to MTN with ease and at a low cost. Welcome on board this interoperable solution, and let's grow digitally together.
This project is the result of tireless work and collaboration, built to provide real benefits for businesses, families, and communities across the country.
I want to tell the central bank governor and his team that, hey, bravo, we want to see this thing happening. We are not just saying that it should happen. We want to see it now, because that is the easier way that we can see our people moving forward. So I appreciate what they are doing, and we will support them to make sure we reach the messages to our people to understand that this is the way we can go and build our country.
This new payment system will bring real change.
Once the system is fully implemented, it will impact every citizen in Liberia in a positive way.
But it is more than that. It will be a foundation for lasting financial inclusion and growth.
And so we encourage countries and our central banks that have not embarked on this initiative to take advantage of it, because it will be a game changer for any economy.
The future is bright in Liberia.